Pascal. You are now rocking with that dude Pascal. We be going wild, Haitian in the building, so original. Got the haters catching feelings. Get your hands up to the ceiling and keep them held high. Cause St. Louis is ready. Forget about it, goodbye. Hold on, we just saying hi. Five somebody, rise up. Weekdays, catch us live. Somebody, let's go.
Happy Friday, everybody. Happy Friday evening. Welcome to the Pascal Show. Hope you guys are doing well. Enjoying your day. Enjoying your Friday night. I know some of y'all, I know not a lot of people are going to be in here on this one right now because it is Friday night. And I know a lot of you guys have things to do. And I was just on twice in a very short amount of time. And now I'm here doing this with you guys. But there is information. And I told you guys I'd be back on. And things got kind of thrown and messed up because of the Brian Koberger affidavit stuff and the audio and all that. So it bumped back a lot of things that I was planning on talking with you guys about today. It pushed everything. So now I'm talking about this right now. So everything's kind of half a day behind, if that makes any sense. Because there's another big story that I'm going to be breaking with you guys tomorrow morning that I am really looking forward to because it is a conversation that we need to have. Then there's another story that I'm getting more confirmation on that I've been covering another case, which I'm looking forward to breaking that with you guys as well. So I wanted to give you guys this information really, really quick. I was going to do this as a pop-up video, but at the same time, I'm like, you know what? Nah, I'm just going to do this live. We're going to do it live. I'm going to do it live with my family because you guys deserve it. But it's going to be a short show. It's going to be a short live because it is Friday night. And tomorrow is a new day, but I needed to squeeze this one in so that you guys have this information. If you've been following the Tyre Nichols case, you know for a fact I've been following it and all that. And there's some new news that will, it sucks that I'm doing this right now on a Friday night. It's not going to make y'all happy. I will say that, but it does expose more truths about what's going on inside that freaking Memphis PD. I will say that. All right. So this is a quick one. So we got to get into this thing. Okay. But if you can do me a favor, all right, hit that like button down below. Send it past 300 likes as you guys start to file in. Okay. Please and thank you. And of course, do not forget, hit that subscribe button. All right. Be great to have you a part of the Pascal Show family. All right. Because, yeah, this is important and we need to get into it. All right. And, Tyler, yeah, well, I could have done a pop-up. But I decided to do it with the family. So them are the breaks. All right. So this is a quick show. It won't be that bad, but you can always watch the replay, Tyler, if you're trying to go to bed or if you're trying to go out and socialize or something. OK, so let's get into this nonetheless. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Let's get into this. Like I said, it's a quick one, guys. It's a quick, not a 2-hour-long show tonight, okay? But I do want to talk to you guys about this because this needs to be known, okay? And I've been watching this, and the thing is that there's more information out here. This is just the tip of the iceberg of what I have to give you guys right now. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to find another way, maybe do it as a pop-up or do it as a live later on, okay? Later on tomorrow or some other time this coming week when I get more time, because there are so many stories that need to be talked about, so many stories that we need to discuss as a family other than just the Idaho 4. And I know that those things are popping off like crazy, but we need to talk about this, okay? This is just as important. So we need to talk about Tyre Nichols, okay? We already know that this is a young man, 29 years old, that was pulled over during a routine. It's not really a routine traffic stop, but they've been saying it like it is, but it isn't. He was pulled over by police. Multiple cops pulled him out of his car. He was brutalized within not even an inch of his life, less than an inch of his life. And of course, 3 days later, he lost his life due to the amount of damage these cops did. And of course, we already know it's been 5 cops that they've been putting out there on the internet, all over social media, all over the media, in our faces all the live long day, right? 5 black cops that did this heinous thing, this unthinkable thing to this young man, Tyre Nichols. Well, we know that there are more cops that were involved. There was a cop. His body cam footage, I called him Caucasian Hands, okay? Or later on, I call him now Horde 26. But this officer, now ex-officer by the name of Preston Hemphill, that was his body cam footage. He was one of the cops that was holding him down, assaulting young Tyre Nichols. He also pulled out his taser and used his taser on Tyre Nichols. And throughout the entire thing, before the body cam footage cut off, he's screaming at him. He's screaming at Tyre, threatening his life, saying he's going to do certain things to him. And then as Tyre is running for his life, literally, he says, I hope they stomp his ass. Real talk. That's exactly what they said. Okay? So, that's what he said. I'm sorry. That's exactly what he said. Now, remember, I did a video a little bit ago, a pop-up video last week where I talked about, or last weekend, where I talked about Preston Hemphill and how he was fired, right? Because at first, he was put on leave, basically a paid vacation. Basically, he was desk surfing a desk, okay? Pushing paper. Then recently on Saturday, when I talked about it, I think it was Friday, when he was actually fired from his job. No longer able to work as a police officer at all for his part that he played in this whole tragedy that we all saw just a few weeks ago. Well, they fired him. We found out that he was mishandling evidence. There was something about his uniform. There was something about him lying about the information that he gave out in his reports. And this is what I talked about in another video. And of course, I said he should be catching a charge because he should have been there protecting and also stopping his other fellow officers from hurting this young man. He should have been, and I said this too, it's not only on him, okay? They all should have been holding each other accountable and stopping each other if one got a little too heated. But he's the only one of the only ones, at the time, that wasn't getting in trouble for his hand in all this stuff, right? Well, he finally gets fired. But he still, from what we know, has not been charged criminally, still to this day, including, not saying including, he hasn't been charged criminally at all. And what's mind-blowing to me is that there's information within this article that I'm about to show you in just 2 seconds that says to me that he should be charged criminally just for the things that he was doing afterwards. Just that alone. Because if a civilian was to do that, we'd be catching charges, y'all. And you know that for a figgity fact, baby. Let's get into this article. Take a look. Ex-Memphis PD officer, Horde 26. All right? Lied about Tyre Nichols' reckless driving. Remember, now let me say this though. He's not the only one that was lying. Okay? But they caught him too, lying about the reckless driving. He mishandled evidence. Why? Apparently, this is what the documents show now. Interesting, don't you think? Let's get into the article. New documents show the involvement of former Memphis police officer. I love hearing that. Former. Just say ex. Horde 26. Preston Hemphill. Okay, he is they show his involvement in Tyre Nichols' traffic stop. Okay, Hemphill was fired for his personal conduct during the night of Nichols' demise. Unlike the 5 other officers who were fired, Hemphill has not yet been criminally charged. Let me say that again. Hemphill has not been criminally charged yet, y'all. Horde 26 ain't caught a case yet. All right? Hemphill was fired last Friday, the day MPD's Inspectional Service Bureau heard a hearing about rules the department says he violated. I don't know what's going on with this. A document filed by the Memphis PD requests for Horde 26 to be decertified by the Peace Officer Standards and Training Commissions, the POST, I guess. Documents sent along with the request, Action News 5, the article I'm reading here, obtained reveal more about what Hemphill is accused of doing on January 7th. I don't know what's going on here with the page, all right? But let me just stop it. Maybe it'll stop. Anyway, let's continue. Records show. Actually, you know what? Hold on. Let me see if I can make a miracle happen. Maybe it'll stop now. Okay. I think we're good. Allegedly. Records show. Moving on. Records show Horde 26 applied to Memphis PD on February 2017 after attending the University of Memphis for 2 semesters. So he was a youngin'. He began working for the department in June 2019, but failed a physical exam. Horde 26. 5 months later, he became a civilian employee, according to the documents. In March 2020, he transferred into a law enforcement position. So he had been in this bad boy for a long minute, okay? He had been working his way up the ranks like he really, really, really wanted to be a cop, as you can see. He wanted to be a cop so bad, okay? Horde 26 was doing whatever by any means necessary to become a cop, as you can see here. So in 2020, he finally transferred in and he became a cop. Documents show Hemphill was disciplined twice for mishandling department equipment. He received a written reprimand in 2019 and another in 2022 that required him to take remedial driving. Interesting. He eventually became part of the since disbanded Scorpion unit. So he was most definitely part of the Scorpion unit, ladies and germs. On January 7th, investigators say Horde 26 initially told them that Nichols was stopped for reckless driving at a high rate of speed, but then later told investigators he actually didn't see Nichols driving recklessly. So he finally he came clean. He came clean on that. He lied at first. He told investigators, yeah, he was driving reckless and that's why I pulled up and all that. Then when the investigators pushed hard, I'm sure, pushed a little harder, Horde 26 started to squawk and he said, hey, no, I actually didn't see the reckless driving. That's only the one part. That's only one thing. Let's continue. He also said Nichols began fighting with officers after he was stopped and that Nichols actually tried to grab his partner's gun. Obviously, we already know the video evidence shows this did not happen. So another one. where he's just straight up lying through his, just lying through his teeth. Okay? So let's continue. Investigators say Hemphill violated the department's truthfulness policy. Hemphill used a taser on Nichols as he was fleeing in oncoming traffic, and the documents show he failed to retrieve a part of the taser that was missing. Both actions are against MPD's compliance with regulations policy. Hemphill is also heard on body cam footage using foul language, including, "I hope they stomp his ash," after Nichols fled. Now, let me just say this. You're lying on files. You're lying on paper. You're lying to investigators. You're doing all these things. But most importantly, when you're lying on your forms, isn't that breaking some, isn't that causing or doing some sort of crime? Isn't that breaking some laws? If we do that on forms, or if we're brought in and we're supposed to whatever, don't we find ourselves a little bit in trouble here? But with law enforcement, no. He just violated a truthfulness policy? For real, though? For real, though? I mean, just think about it. So when they lie, they pull out their forms and they just, reckless driving. And this guy was this, that, and the third. He grabbed the gun and all that stuff. Straight up lying. Isn't that a violation of something other than just a truthfulness policy? Ain't it, though? But us, we catch charges. Us regular civilians catch charges when that stuff happens. But with police, they're just the exception to the rule. I'm just asking for a friend, all right? Just asking for a friend. Let's continue. Investigators say Nichols showed no sign of violence towards Hemphill and say the former officer's behavior at the scene violated MPD's personal conduct policy. And absolutely, you see the video. He is calm in the very beginning. He turns around and he's like, "Yo, relax, like chill. Yo, chill. What's going on, guys? Oh my God, what's going on?" Right? Not once was he sitting there going like, "F the police and F you" and all that stuff, and just trying to be violent and erratic. He was calm as hell until they just started beating him senseless to the point where it was fight or flight. He had a better choice in his mind to run. Because if he was to try to start swinging, I mean, come on. You try to start swinging against a bunch of cops that have guns and you're only one guy in the middle of the street, I'm not surprised he ran. I'm not surprised he ran. And Kush Boss, exactly. He did say, stomp him out. He did say that. He said all kinds of stuff, y'all. Okay? So let's continue. I'm reading some of your comments. Sorry, guys. So documents also show that Horde 26 did not collect and tag a cell phone found in Nichols' car. So it makes you wonder, what did he do with the car or with the cell phone? So the car and evidence were eventually towed to the city's impound lot. This violated MPD's inventory and processing recovery property policy. They were breaking every policy under the sun, and it was just okay. You see what I'm saying? It just doesn't make any sense. And I got things to say. Let's just get into it. I'm sorry. I got a lot to say here. Okay. This is the reason why I wanted to do this live. All right. Documents show he also violated compliance with regulation policy by using personal handcuffs. He had personal handcuffs. What? So he brought in his own personal What? Now, I'm not a cop, obviously, but he used his own personal handcuffs? Somebody explain that to me, baby. That doesn't make sense. Debbie say, kinky. Maybe. Okay. Maybe. But I don't know. That's weird. What that's weird. Maybe some girl named Candy left it the night before or something like that, or a couple nights before, and he's like, all right, I'm just keeping these. These are nice. You know? But yeah, Raven McCall, they're not regulation. So what the hell is that? That's crazy, y'all. That's crazy. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm reading your comments and I'm still processing that because that doesn't make sense. Personal handcuffs. Why did he choose to use personal handcuffs? What's the reason why behind that? You know? Is that personal? Does that lean towards more personal or not? It just seems a bit weird. Sam L, thank you so much for the 5. If the 5 are catching an aggravated kidnapping charge because it was an unlawful stop, then why isn't this dude catching this charge as well? Exactly. He ain't catching. He hasn't caught nothing. He hasn't caught anything, y'all. Zero. And that's what's frustrating about this. He got fired, which, yeah, great. Again, the world could use more baristas. So go on, kick rocks and good luck to you. But at the same time, this is not fully justice, in my personal opinion. This person should be catching a charge. Every other person that was involved in the initial and to the end result should be catching charges. Like I said, I'm not sitting here saying that he should be catching attempted M or second degree M, but he should be catching some sort of assault charge without a shadow of a doubt. And yet he hasn't gotten that yet. And I'm wondering what is making them drag their feet. What's dragging this along? Why is it taking so long? Doesn't make any sense. But let's continue. Investigators say Hemphill had the chance to change his initial statement to investigators, but did not. He decided, snitches get stitches. I guess that's what he decided to do. He also declined to give a statement at his hearing with MPD on the day he was terminated. He decided not to say nothing. He is straight up G. Horde 26. Who would have thunk? He got a little gut in him. He said, I ain't saying nothing. I got nothing to say. Try me, man. Interesting, right? He had an opportunity to come clean and say, hey, all right, so here's this and here's that, and these are the truths. He didn't. And then he also declined to make a statement at his hearing because he wanted to hold it down for his boys, throwing out gang signs, crip walking too at the same time. I'm sure he was. He's just feeling that thuggish, ruggish bone. You know what I'm saying? He's feeling thuggy. Well, this is stupid. All right. So the MPA, the Memphis Police Association, however, did give a statement at Hemphill's hearing and said they objected to having a hearing before the conclusion of the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation's investigation. So because they're like, no. They ain't done yet. So we ain't going to say anything right now until they fully finish their investigation. Okay. But this dude, little horde 26 coming out crip walking, feeling real thuggy, real thuggish ruggish. I'll hear him just saying real thuggish ruggish. Okay. So he did not give a damn. He lied on multiple occasions. He tampered with evidence. He violated his own uniform protocol with his handcuffs. He didn't process and recover evidence properly. He lied. Let me show you Horde 26. This mother lover lied about Tyre Nichols. Okay? Lied on his age. And then the funny thing is, well, before I say that, they're protecting this mother lover. But notice the other 5, they gone. They're in jail, or they were in jail, and now they're hiding somewhere in some trap house, I'm sure. Hiding away somewhere. Probably trying to avoid some sort of street justice that might be coming their way, right? Because you know them streets of Memphis right now are pulsating like crazy. But they're protecting this dude. Why, I ask? Why? He was just as bad as the other cops. He had an opportunity, even though this is what it feels like. Every single time that he did something corrupt, that was a blow to Tyre Nichols' face. That was a kick to Tyre Nichols' stomach. I'm saying it. I don't care. And then when he finally had an opportunity to come clean in the investigation, when they gave him another chance and he decided not to speak up or say anything, guess what? That's him pulling the plug on Tyre. I'm being dead ass. I don't care. They protected his ass. He's still being protected, and this man deserves to be charged. He needs to be catching all kinds of charges. I don't care. Charge him with something. He was a part of the problem. He was not part of the solution. He lied. He falsified. He lied on documents. Okay? That's a charge enough. You know for a fact if we did anything of the same thing, us civilians would be behind bars right now. Maybe looking at a smaller, a shorter time, but at the same time, he's lying and trying to protect the people of Scorpion Unit. And then even after that, he's sitting here going, nah, man, I ain't no snitch. I ain't saying nothing, when you know for a fact he knows stuff. He knows everything. He knows everything that's going on, but he's not saying nothing right now. And that's trash. I got a super chat. Infinite. What's up, Infinite Content? Thank you so much for the 5, Pascal. Him not catching charges sounds like he's about to flip on those cops at trial. That's where I put my money. You know what? That's a good possibility, though. Let me tell you, Infinite, let's be real. That could possibly happen. That could possibly happen. Actually, if you really think about it, let me go back to this article really quick. At the end of it, I'm glad you said that. See, this is why I love doing these things, even if I could have done it as a pop-up, but I would never have thought of this until I saw that comment from Infinite. That's a good point here. Let me point this one thing out. Let's highlight this really, really quick. So right here, this piece. So the Memphis Police Association, however, at first he had a chance to go back and change his initial statement. Remember? Up here. Investigators say he had a chance to change his initial statement with investigators, but he did not. He decided to stay quiet. He also declined to give a statement at his hearing the day that he was terminated. He had many opportunities to come clean right then and there, but this is very interesting. Think about it. Infinite got a good point, though. So, the Memphis Police Association, however, did give a statement at Hemp Hill's hearing. I don't know why this thing's tripping. And said they objected to having a hearing before the conclusion of this investigation. Now, maybe they're using this as an opportunity for exactly what Infinite Content just said. Let me find that super chat real quick. It just disappeared. That maybe they're doing this. Or maybe he is doing this. Damn, come on. That maybe he didn't want to say anything at that time, that he was holding back because he is hoping to maybe work out a deal. And if he was to say something then and expose things, that might expose some things, and then he doesn't have the upper hand anymore if he fully comes clean at this moment, at this particular moment. So maybe that's the reason why he didn't say not a damn thing, because he's thinking, or maybe the people, his lawyers or whatever, are telling him to say, hey, stay quiet, and we're going to see if we can make a plea deal for you so that you walk out. You get to walk. You just get to tell the truth, though. But you're going to have to tell the truth, not now. You're going to have to tell the truth in the trial, period. That is going to be your plea deal. So you get a lesser charge, or you just get to straight up walk with no repercussions whatsoever. So wild thought. That's a wild thought, but it could be it. Infinite, again, thank you so much. And it might be other police / federal investigations into that, or federal investigations into that unit he's snitching about. Exactly. He could go in there and just put cases on everybody, right? Take it all down. So that is a possibility as well. All right. Thunder, I agree, though. There should be no plea deals at all whatsoever. I think if he doesn't get a chance to step out and come clean right now, F it. Throw him under the prison. Throw him under the jail first. Let him have some fun over there, and then throw him under the prison. That's what I honestly think as well. Okay? But that's interesting as hell. And I'm glad Infinite came through, because that's something I would not have thought of until like maybe tomorrow, after this whole show is over and everything, right? Like, oh my God, he probably is using this as an opportunity to see if he can work a deal so he doesn't get a charge. And maybe that's the reason why he hasn't caught a charge yet, because he's trying to work something out. But see, that's still the messed up thing about it, though. If you really think about it, they still are protecting his ass. At first, they didn't say who he was and what his name was. The people exposed that ass. Let's keep it real. It was the people that exposed his face and name at first. And then, of course, they exposed everything else. But now, still, the department is still trying to defend this guy. Now, one other thing I want to point out, okay? One other thing I want to point out. I just said it before, but I'll say it again. The fact that there were policies that were absolutely violated, the fact that they did not, the fact that he violated all these different policies, used his own handcuffs, did all these things, didn't pick up and tag evidence and all those things that he is supposed to be doing. And I'm sure all these other officers are looking at the same ish charges as well, or, accusations as well from their internal investigation right now. All right. But this also says, I am so sorry, but this is also a reflection of the chief. This is also a reflection of the chief. You're telling me that they just suddenly started doing this under the radar, under her watch, and she didn't notice any of that? Now, here's the thing. If she didn't notice that, you should be fired. And if you knew about that, and they've been doing this all along, you should be fired. Period. So this shows to me all day long that there's absolute corruption all the way down to the root of that department. And that whole entire department needs to be disbanded. Forget just the Scorpion unit. Forget the fact that she got, Chief Davis got in front and goes, oh, it just defies humanity. And it's just so shocking. I can't believe it that they would do this. My children. I can't believe it. You knew exactly what they did because that's how you hired them. You allowed this type of treatment. You allowed this type of procedure with standard policies as well. The only thing is that they now got caught red-handed, and now you're sitting there going, oh, no. Oh, my Lord. These children are acting crazy. What do I do? You knew this all along, y'all. You knew this all along, Chief Davis. You knew this all along. You raised them this way, okay? Can't sit there and go, oh, I just can't believe he just acted so out of hand. He's usually such a good boy when he's back in the department, but when he's out in the streets, I just don't know what to do. I just clutch my pearls, and I need to pray. F you. You know exactly what is going on here, because this is exactly how you trained them. So it's not only just them. It's not only just them. And the 12 or 13 other officers that are starting to catch charges, okay, including the 5 that are already looking at second-degree M, and some may be looking at first degree. We don't know yet, but we'll find out soon enough. All of them are looking at some serious situations, and Chief Davis should be getting the same damn thing too. They need to stop protecting Horde 26. Let him catch his charges. Do not give him a plea deal. Do not. Because let me tell you, if they are really doing their due diligence, if they are doing their internal investigation, all this stuff, all the truth will come out. So we won't need Horde 26 to talk. We won't. So let him die on the hill that he's climbing right now. Okay? Because that's a lot of fun. And that's exactly what he deserves. But anyway, guys, that is the show. I told you it'd be a short one. I appreciate all y'all for being here and being a part of the conversation. Mama Davis needs to be better. She needs to resign. And that's what I mean by her being better. She needs to step the F down. She needs to shut the F up. And she needs to step the F down. She needs to take accountability for all of this, because this is the bed, this is the kingdom, this is the queendom that she created. It is. And the mayor, I don't know what's up with this mayor. All right? But that mayor has some splaining to do as well. So, yeah. F that. So that's the new information that you have right now. If there's any developing information with any of the other officers, because there is a bunch of other officers too, but we don't know all their names as of yet, right? But this dumbass, I'm glad he got the boot, but he needs to catch a charge or two. Anyway, guys, I appreciate all y'all for being here. You've been amazing. Thank you so much. It was a quick one, but, it's Friday night, and the mood is right, okay? TGIF. Anyway, I appreciate you guys. Do not forget to hit that like button down below. Crush it. Make it scream out your name. That would really, really mean a lot. And if you can, please share if you can, all right? Please share if you can. We need to get more information out here for Tyre Nichols and the evil doers that did all this stuff, that were involved in this. So please share. And of course, if you haven't done it yet, I don't know what to tell you. You're missing out on the best party on this side of these YouTube streets. So hit that subscribe button, and then you won't miss out. Oh, actually, you would miss out if you don't hit that notification bell. So just go ahead and hit that notification bell. It's that simple. Okay? Just hit it. I'd appreciate it. All right? Anyway, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, though, most importantly. Anyway, I appreciate all y'all for being here. It's time to get going. Have a wonderful Friday night. Keep it safe. And if you're going to go out and get a Lyft, get an Uber, call your auntie, call your baby mama, your baby daddy, whatever it is, just do what you need to do so you can arrive home safe. And I'll see you guys tomorrow for another show. Okay? Be good to yourselves. Be good to one another. And I'll see you guys very soon. This is The Pascal Show. Bye. Oh, my pearls. Oh, what do I do? Oh.